on?
Hey, yo.
What? We are live.
Hey, yo again. Welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I am not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I have studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from UT University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. One thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the warden. Together, we also like to call the Friday Night Feast. This happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We'll cook one entree, maybe a couple little snacks, show you how we do it, and we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the HungryHorde. Cooking and tuning sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Today's live stream is an update for my MS Journey week. I think it's 201.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a doozy, y'all. And if you notice, we got a couple of
guests still here.
Yes, they came in Friday evening. We're so pleased to have them.
Oh, isn't that cool?
We've had a very fun and eventful weekend with them. We was in celebration of somebody's wonderful birthday on Thursday.
And she turned 50.
I wasn't going to say it, but you got to let family stab her. So I say real friends stab you in the front.
Just every time you bang in my car, it just makes me...
Oh, she's got a tally. But she brought me some late birthday presents, and it's very, very appreciated. Thank you. And one of the shirts she got me, y'all, is amazing. It's hilarious. It very much fits my my personality. And we were at Trader Joe's because she didn't have one in her area, so we had to make a special trip. Well, we wanted some stuff, but then also there's a couple of things. One of the things we wanted, she wanted also. So it was very handy, very opportune. But the shirt, I'm not wearing it because I wore it all day yesterday, but it's awesome. Let me see around if I can flip it up for you. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it right, but I can read it off to you.
So the only good things about multiple sclerosis is that zombies don't want my brains.
And where I feel like I messed up yesterday, this is a straight up user fail on my part. I had another customer walk up to me and told me how much she loved the shirt and that her husband had just been diagnosed a couple of months ago. I messed up and did not mention the channel for whatever reason. I have shirts with our QR code on it, and then I even have business cards with a QR code on it. So I could have mentioned it to her. I should have mentioned it to her and told her, well, I told her a little bit about Dr. Barry and how he has helped me in addressing my MS, and that how I was bragging about how the last 2 MRIs I had no new lesions. And she was very receptive to that and said it was really cool and blah, blah, blah. But I'm just mad at myself thinking about it this morning. Like I should have told her about the channel. And I should have told her about Martin Cuban's Cost Plus. Because that's really where I get my pills now for my MS. Because I've taken a generic form of Aubagio. And I know one of my coworkers gets injections instead. He doesn't take pills. He takes injections once a month. And then a friend of ours, one of our channel members, tagged me in a post of somebody he knows who was diagnosed, and they're going to be getting they were recently diagnosed. They're going to be getting injections also, and that just always worries me too, because my coworker says that he calls them crap days before he's scheduled to go in to get his injections. He just feels like just total crap, but then after he gets it, he just feels fine. But like when I take my pills on a normal schedule, like I'm supposed to, when I don't miss days. I feel fine. When I'm eating right, I feel fine. When I exercise, I feel fine.
Well, what about today then, right before the live?
I almost tripped and fell. I don't know if all truthfulness, the resident medic on the horde is Renee. Therapist. But I go to her for all sorts of stuff, medicine-wise, medical, because she's so knowledgeable about everything.
Your wife is also pre-med, so just saying.
Oh, yeah. So anyways,
she was telling me how I don't walk properly because she's right. I'm afraid of falling, so I don't bend my knees when I walk, and it becomes an issue, and I think I'm probably making myself a fall hazard.
And that's what I was telling Heath. It's a normal self-protective mode. It's not anything anybody can make you fix. It's a trusting your own body. When you've fallen, you have the fear of
Falling again.
falling, getting hurt, embarrassing. But we start to walk very stiff-legged, since when you bend your knees, you could buckle. So you don't trust your legs enough to bend and walk properly. So we walk very stiff, and it just holding on to things, afraid that knee's going to buckle. And it's just going to take practice. I give them some stuff
You gave him some stuff.
to do,
A list.
some suggestions.
You know, she's notorious with her lists.
It wasn't a long
Well-
list, because I know you won't do a long list, and that's nobody wants to do a long list.
But what brought all this on is right before we went live, we were sitting right here. We just finished lunch, and I collected all the dishes from everybody, stacked them up. I was fixing to walk in the kitchen and start washing them, and I almost fell with the dishes. My knee, I just stood up, my knee gave out on me. And then I've been having a trouble with the last couple of days too, just sitting in my chair at my desk for work. I go to get up, and the back of it's only my left thigh that does it. So the back of my left thigh starts burning. Or it's not really burning, it's just a
And it's
intense sensation.
Probably because you lock that one out harder. So the back of the leg, those ligaments are tighter. They cross over hamstrings and gastroc. So when we lock our leg, the back of that knee is going to have a burning sensation because you're overstretching.
But when my knee was doing this, like I said, the back of my thigh though.
Yeah, the
Okay.
muscles
Okay,
connect
then.
at the
All right.
knee.
But see, this is also the knee. It's always giving me trouble ever since we've had that wreck.
Exactly. You're
Right.
over tightening it for fear of letting it bend and buckle. You're over tightening the other direction, putting more stress on the
So there's a
hamstring
user
tendons.
error.
It's just self-protective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a little cushion on the chair. I have a rolling chair at my desk. I had a little cushion on it, but then I thought I needed more, so I took an old big pillow, set it on that, and then I sit on that, and I'm sitting up. But I noticed that yesterday or Friday during work after lunch, I took the pillow off, and my leg didn't burn as much whenever I got up off the. So maybe the chair was giving me. I mean, that pillow was giving me. I was at the wrong angle or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also have that one little pad tied to it too. That,
Yeah.
it came with the chair,
Yeah.
the back support or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just.
Well, and that's
I'm a mess.
well, you did have some pretty serious falls before,
Right.
and I think too, when you do the DDPY, you should be pushing yourself to do
Well, there's some of
better.
the stuff like I showed him, quads and glutes. Those are your big stand up, your hip flexors, getting
Uh-huh.
those stronger, and activities he can do to help trust his knees more. The stuff I told him. And DDPY help, but those things, letting your knees bend, like doing mini squats, repeat
Well-
standing, like walking with his walker, bending his knees like a high march. So you
Ah.
see, hey, I'm holding on to something sturdy, or the countertop, and letting his knees bend, march in place, walk with the walker. So you, hey, I can bend him when I'm not
tired of
falling.
that thing though. I don't need it
Just for in
anymore.
the house.
I
Just,
know,
just
but
for
still,
the-
just it's
your
depressing.
therapist said.
well.
I
But
know.
also, so
no,
with
you're right. It just it
DDPY
hurts.
And DDPY, there's a move where you're supposed to, like, you start here with your feet side by side, and you're supposed to put one
Yeah.
behind and bend it.
Yeah,
But he just goes
yeah, we don't challenge.
with
that.
straight, and they're both straight, and neither one are bent, and he's supposed to be bending
Well,
the back leg.
And that's
It's you go down and go up,
self-trust
down and-
issue too. Like he's
yeah.
not going to because he's
I'm
might
gonna fall over.
But the stuff I gave him is you're sturdy, you're in control. You're not doing something that somebody else on the TV is asking you to do that you feel like is going to be off. Do it with the walker. Do that activity with the walker. Stand at the kitchen counter and do it where you're.
Well, when we were doing
supported.
the squats, that little challenge that Sharon set up, I was doing them in the bathroom with the sink.
But
Yeah.
those balance, I have that's
Yeah.
like that. I use that a lot with my patients. Like, because people fall most of the time, they go backwards. So I have them do what I call step and recover. So you step back, step forward, step back, and actually lean and put your weight on that back foot. Don't just do the hokey pokey where you got one foot in, but actually
Yeah.
lean and put that weight on that back foot to trust it, and then bring it back. You're supported. You're holding on.
Well, but see, that's what DDPY, he says, put the weight on the back foot that you're
but
stretching.
He's doing it without holding on.
No, he has a chair. It's chair force, so
Yeah.
he has the chair right there to use.
But I think with the chair, like if you're using like one of these, you don't truly trust that. Do it with the counter and actually shift your weight where it's something stable and you're not gonna, it's not, the chair's not gonna fall over and it's sturdy. Or do this stuff like I was telling you. Just
No, you're
little
right.
stuff like that where you're fully supported, but you're in control. And put the weight on that back foot. What's the worst that can happen? If you have a chair behind you, you sit in the chair.
That's why he says to do it too. Yeah. My problem is I need to do it. That's the problem. I'm lazy.
Okay, do it and send me videos. That's your accountability.
She runs tight ship. What do they call it? It's tough love.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, get to the comments. I'm sure I've seen stuff.
Skip over that. We're done talking about me.
Huh?
You.
Yeah, this is the show about you.
Yeah, it's what journey today?
It was
No.
Yeah, so it's all about you.
Mm.
So tell them what all we did yesterday, because we got up early. Well, we got up early.
No,
They did not.
He was up before I was.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Me and you had to get up early, but the guys didn't.
I did. I got
He was up before me.
And
Yeah.
But I'm saying that wasn't early for them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because I had to deal with the dog like every morning. I was up and dealing with them like 6:15 yesterday morning because they need to go out and do their business, and I had to feed them. And then I was chomping at the bits. I was ready. I even ran to Dutch to get my double rainbow, and I almost dropped it because I'm a dummy.
No, don't say that.
So, and then I came back. We loaded up, and we went to go to one of my favorite barbecue joints. That's right up the road here at Corkscrew. That was fun. And then we came back and diddled around just for a bit at the house. Then we went and played in the rain and the mud at that market you found.
I know. We were so disappointed. So here in the surrounding area, there's been a lot of rain. I mean, we went, I don't know, a month or so without any rain. And then everything's been raining. And yesterday, it was perfect when we were waiting for the barbecue. We didn't get any sprinkles or anything. No. But on the way to the market we were going to,
the bottom fell out.
It just poured. And then when we got there, the last time I went, it was in like a covered pavilion, but they moved locations, and this is just all outdoors. It was all muddy. At least half the vendors weren't even there because it had already been raining so much. And there was just a handful of vendors. We kind of walked around, but it just kept raining. And finally, we had to make a dash to the car because it just poured.
The guy did give us little bags to put over our heads.
Yeah.
But it was like out in a Woodstockish type field where it's just like mud and dirt.
On a pasture.
Little patches of grass to kind of hop between.
Yes.
You're playing Frogger the home game.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was sad. But then we went to Pop Shelf. Has anybody else heard of Pop Shelf?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, what did you say? It's like the more expensive Five Below.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much felt like the same store.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but we went to Pop Shelf.
Yeah,
And in Pop Shelf, that same shopping center was also a Five Below. So we went there. It's my first time ever going to either one of those.
Me too.
And then we went to Trader Joe's and whatever Renee's, like at first we were like, well, we don't know if we'll go to Trader Joe's. And I was like, well, since the other thing was to watch, let's just go ahead and go.
We got some time to kill. We had some time to kill before we had to go to our dinner reservation.
Yeah. And then thankfully, what did you find at Trader Joe's?
That's so frito. So that's every time I've come up here and gone to Trader Joe's, it's around this time of year, like usually. And I usually stock up on sofrito. And so they had a bunch, and they'd been saying they were out.
Yeah, it's like hit or miss when we go ourselves to get it.
So, like, I finally asked the girl, I got 8 of them. And
it's time to load up. Like I said, if you don't have one in your area, that makes sense.
Well, I finally asked the girl, she's like, oh, you like this stuff? And I was like, yeah, I usually come up, and I said, sometimes y'all not have it. She said, oh, it's a seasonal item.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay, well, I am up here around the same season. So that makes sense. So I'll just
start scheduling that for now on.
It might last me the year. We'll see.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was fun. So we went around Trader Joe's. And you've never been to Trader Joe's because he is very loyal to HEB. He's like, why would I ever go anywhere else? What did you think of Trader Joe's?
Yeah, wasn't impressed. It looked like one of those supermarkets you see on a TV show that's based up north. You know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, because also I don't know if you knew they were the brother-in-law to Aldi.
Or brothers.
Brothers, yeah. It's like the same family runs both of those.
Yeah, from Germany.
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah.
That's what it looked like. It looked like an Aldi.
See?
Yeah, exactly.
The same what do you call it?
but a
frame
little
of
more,
mind.
a little more set up because like Aldi, I feel like they just put the crates out
Or
there.
They do what's called pallet drops.
Oh.
They don't stock anything. They just take.
It's almost like Joe V's.
Yeah, like a pallet and just drop it.
Yes.
And when that's sold, that's it. They're out.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
I kind of feel like they have all their craft beers and the wines. I
Yeah.
feel like they have more selection,
Yeah.
the spices,
Yeah.
the specialty type things than HEB does too, but
Yeah.
HEB doesn't carry sofrito.
Right.
That's true. That's
I
true.
haven't found it in any of those.
And I've heard that Trader Joe's, their seasonal coffee is supposed to be really good. Remember last
I
time?
almost bought some yesterday. And I'm like, nah.
I didn't even see it, but I remember last time we went, we got the pumpkin one, and that was really good.
Well,
Pumpkin
we're also-
spice coffee.
We're also kind of in a hurry. You want to make sure we're in.
Well,
the
yeah,
regulations
because
about it.
the day just flew by, but it was fun. I enjoyed. I got a couple delicata squash. I like that squash.
So be looking out for videos on that too coming soon, right?
Oh, I didn't
Or at
know
least
that.
nothing else. At least they'll make an appearance in the Warden Report or the
Sure.
in my food.
Yeah. But yeah, that was fun. But yeah, it does have that very like small
Like the Hollywood vibe kind of thing.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
You're
the
right.
Sprouts, though, right?
No.
Well, that we never do.
No,
next
if
time.
it isn't HEB, why would he go?
So I'll take his Sprouts and Corpus.
Yeah. It basically, to me, Sprouts is more like a farmer's market feel. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what it's called.
Like if I needed something, and I've seen HEB have it sometimes, but like broccolini,
Yeah.
some different specialty. Like when I was doing a lot of beets or roasted stuff, juicing, I
Yeah.
got a lot better stuff there. Like they have the yellow beets, they have
Yeah.
different types of stuff.
And what I like there is I could get HEB, you don't get the radicchio that often.
Yeah.
And
Depends on the
Sprouts
store.
holds it more or has it longer, I feel like.
Well, it's like I told you too. There's just I've noticed with HEB, they have the way they stock their stores is based on the clientele in the area where the store is.
Yeah.
Like there's one at Gulf Point. There's a very big Hispanic area over there, and they do a lot of big barbecues and stuff. So they sell packaged meat packs,
Like
just do
family
that.
packs of
Yeah.
meat.
That's
Yeah.
why I
That's
don't
stuff we
like
can't
what
find
it
up
is
here.
in Corpus.
So I'll specifically go to that location to get stuff like that. 'cause I know
Whereas
that.
like Heath's favorite,
Yeah.
they do all the real high end specialty cheeses
Yeah.
and
It's all
the
good.
higher end, like
Yeah.
tons of Wagyu, the whole thing, like full of Wagyu and all the fancy
But it's
stuff.
smart though. You're gonna cater
Because
to your
that one,
area.
the more Hispanic one, like we have one like that in Corpus,
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
and that's where you'll have more of the Day of the Dead stuff.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
So
true.
That's
Yeah.
another reason to go to that one.
True.
And
And
some of the
more
smaller
of
ones don't even have
the
the cooking
Spanish
thing.
type spices too.
Right.
Like when we were looking for, we made one of Bobby Flay's and it required all these special peppers. And yeah, we had to like find some of them. We had to go there in Houston. There's like a Mexican market. We had to go there to get some of those peppers because we couldn't find them everywhere.
Golly.
That's all right. But yeah, and then we went to dinner, y'all. We
That
went
was
to
amazing, too.
Jalisco's, and that I thought what did y'all think of it? Honest opinion.
I liked it.
You liked it. Awesome.
It was okay for me.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not in a hurry to go
I
back.
think what we didn't like was the waiter was just too
Well-
hands on. It was new, trying to, the whole serving and
Yeah. He was taking our plates a little too soon. We were still actually eating on them.
And tried to take piece silverware, but that was the lady. Like I
Yeah.
didn't like. I guess he was training, and
Yeah.
I know he had others there to kind of help him.
Yeah.
But I felt like language, which that's going to be an issue,
Yeah.
a barrier. But so many people reaching over and through, and like
Yeah.
I'm not a bougie restaurant person. I know y'all do that more, but I know to me
There's
that's
still
kind of
etiquette.
off-putting when they're reaching over my field.
Yeah.
There's
And
protocol.
Water, like they should only reach one direction, or at least come in and say, or stuff. Like there was just arms.
Yeah.
That was
That's
Kind of
true.
strange.
Yeah.
And to give credit to the week, but this was only our third trip there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
I
that-
hadn't seen them do that much in y'all's pictures and videos
Right.
about like with the
But-
cheese serving.
All right.
Each time, we've had a different waiter. I feel like the other two waiters were older
They're
and
more
you could
experienced.
tell they were definitely more experienced. Where this waiter, I mean, he looked maybe 20 to begin with.
He was
looked
doing
so
it. He
young.
was trying.
He was trying really hard.
We took care of him, right?
Yeah, but I
we
feel
didn't punish
like
him. I mean,
yeah, but the other two servers we've gotten were like the last one we got. He was really on his game, like
Yeah.
you said, like making sure he poured from a certain angle and did things a certain way so he wasn't reaching over. But I think it also hurt because we were kind of shoved in a corner.
Yeah.
right.
Whereas if we were then they could have been on each side.
Oh, that's true.
So
But
it was
that's my fault
hard.
because I requested that because it was a half bench on the back walls, the entire bench, and then had seats that came up to it, the table. But I love those. Those are like my preferred seating, and I requested that one. So I booby trapped this.
And we tried to kill Joe.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true because we celebrated Renee's birthday, and Joe is allergic to coconut, y'all.
Poor thing.
Coconut, which I'm glad we know now
Right.
because we use a lot of coconut flour in our desserts and stuff. So I'm glad the awesome Renee brought us a pumpkin cheesecake, y'all. That was amazing. And the crust she did was a pecan crust. So I'm so glad she did that
Yes.
because I normally
Yeah,
probably
that
would
would've been
have
a whole
used some
thing.
coconut flour in it.
Yeah, if we would have made one, that's the way she would have done it.
Because I had it and I knew, because he's requested a pumpkin cheesecake. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, he can't have almonds, can't have peanuts. So how am I going to make the crust? Well, normally I would use coconut flour.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can't do that. So I was trying to find a crust that would
Work.
be safe for everyone and still be decent. But it was my first time doing that one.
It was
so-
amazing. I loved it.
It's very good, y'all. It was very good.
My only problem with it was too small.
Well, you got the whole.
I know that's not enough though. You know I'm a glutton.
I'll send you the recipe. You can make it yourself.
Oh, thank you, Renee. That'll be me making it. No, but
Teamwork
I would.
makes the dream work.
But yeah, that was the only thing is then we had something that had coconut, but none of us knew it had coconut, and it was really our fault because we should have asked because
we
when he
know
makes,
she doesn't like chocolate, so I told them to make sure the dessert they bring out does not have chocolate. But I didn't know, or I would have told them, man. I'm
And
sorry.
it was, they brought out like a big plate that said happy birthday and whatever drizzle, and
Yeah.
then a little piece of tres leche. So I was like, okay, I'll try a piece. I'm not a big sweets person anyway, but I took a bite and I was like, okay. And I was like, you have to share it. So he took a bite to eat it and was like, there's coconut, and spit it out. But I was like, it's already in your mouth. Like, I know it's going to
affect you.
get him. And so he started having symptoms. I had to get Benadryl on the way home. So goal of the weekend, don't kill the boyfriend with hot or coconut.
I know, but she tried every way, didn't she, Joe?
Mhm.
Yeah, she. Oh, oops.
Welcome to the family. What they call it, a trial by fire.
Yeah,
Make sure I
Literally.
survived the first weekend.
right.
And we did go the pepper sauce.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Too. We
yeah.
did that too.
Oh
It's right
my
here in
gosh.
Old Town Spring. There's a pepper shop, hot sauce shop, and y'all, that place is amazing. The owner is really, really cool too. I've talked to him and the son that runs it. The two of them together,
Yeah.
they're both just dynamite.
But Renee and I, we tried supposedly the hottest they have is a 357 Mad Dog. I forget
Was it? Yeah, Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, but what I think it was like,
And the other one was Da Bomb.
yeah,
Yes.
but we didn't get to try the hottest one that was
No.
in the box. But he said the hottest they had below that, we tried it, and we tried just a dollop
Yeah.
Y'all
because
go
they
back
have
and-
a lot where you could try it first.
if you
And
go
we
look
were
at
like,
the trailer, you can see the pictures of them both doing it.
yeah. But we tried that, and they must have had sweetener in it because immediately all we both tasted was sweet.
Yeah, and they have these little paper spoons, so you just like,
Take a
in most
swab.
places that you sample it, they'll give you a chip, and you put it on the chip. So when you put it in your mouth, it's not directly on your tongue, as
Right.
opposed to being on the roof of your mouth. Well, it's a little paper spoon, so we licked it off. It's boom, it's on your tongue.
Yeah.
So that
The
So
hottest one they had available to sample other than their 357, it was too sweet. And Renee and I were both like, oh, that's not that hot. So he's like, well, try the new Da Bomb, because the owner's like, to me, Da Bomb, which is what they've used off of hot ones, is hotter than the supposed hottest according to the Scoville. And we tried Da Bomb. It was the new formulated one. I think it was like Devil's Torture or something like
it's on
that.
the picture. I have pictures, and you took.
Oh yeah.
So
And that one was
That was
it
you
lingered.
Oh yeah, we were both. We got back to the car, and I'm like chugging my water, and
On the way home, even after we got home.
yes, it was hot, y'all. But that was good.
Mhm.
That was good.
We got coffee from the local place.
Oh yeah, we
Tell them what
walked
you
over.
told me about that when we were getting coffee this morning. The price you paid.
Oh yeah, so I was just telling Heath because we went to Dutch. If you're familiar with Dutch Bros,
I absolutely love their double Negro iced tea.
So usually Heath and I, we both get a large drink. So Heath gets his large iced green tea, and I get my large white coffee, breve, blah blah blah, and
It's a
both
whole
large,
thing.
and it comes to like 10.18 for both of us. Well, yesterday morning, because we're at the barbecue joint early, because in Texas you line up for barbecue.
For the good spots, anyway.
Yeah, and so we got there before 9, and we were actually number 1 in line.
Yes.
And so while we were waiting, because they didn't open till 11 a.m., so us three, we walked over to this place called Trilogy Brew, and it was only 0.2 miles, so it was real close. We walked over there. I got my coffee for a large coffee and with the sugar-free caramel. They only had caramel or vanilla sugar-free. But my drink alone was $12.
Ouch.
And then y'all ordered what, smalls?
I had
No, I had a large.
Oh, you had a large.
Your large was it the same large as the Dutch?
No, it was only a 16 ounce, right?
He had a large iced coffee, and I had the. What did I get there? Coffee with extra shot.
yeah.
Americano with a extra shot and the sugar-free caramel, which I didn't even taste. And R2 was 19 something.
So yeah, I was telling. Well, and I told Heath, that's one of the differences. Like Joe said, well, it's not a chain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, and they're
Artisanal.
doing their
Yeah.
own in-house roasted.
Yeah.
They make their own coffee, so it's not like they're
But-
serving Folgers. They're using their own roast.
But the four of us this morning, would you say was like less than 24?
Yeah, it was only 23 for all 4 of
Yeah.
our drinks.
But like you said, it's a chain. So.
Yeah, it's a chain. But yeah, all right, let's read some comments. 22Q Cat said,
Hey,
Hey, Shelly, Heath, and all, how are you doing? And Coda barely
Hey,
begun
brother.
said, Morning, y'all. How are you? And Brenda said, Hi, hope you're having a wonderful visit. Thanks, Brenda F. We sure are. And 22Q Cat said, Hey, Renee and Joe, wasn't sure if they'd still be around today.
well, we do have to cut this short because he's got to go to work tomorrow. And what is it, a 3-4 hour drive for y'all back?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Brenda said, Too much excitement. I can understand, right? Laura S. said, Hi, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Well, we sure are. I hope
In
everybody
fact-
else did.
Right before we started or we went live, they actually started loading up the car because, like I said, they got to go. And they got things to.
It's always so short. Brenda S. said, Huzzah, Renee, and good day, Joe. Brenda F. said, I've been rested in your meals yesterday and today.
Oh, thank you.
So yesterday we went to the barbecue place.
Awesome.
Now, Heath and I, we got a pound of brisket because I told them we're going to get enough so we have leftovers for Sunday for brunch.
Brunch, whatever, yeah.
And so we got a pound of the fattiest.
Don't say it. Don't.
Fatty
Juiciest.
brisket. Juicy brisket. And we got a
And the way I order it too, that's another reason why I love being first. I tell them I want it. I love the bark, so I tell them I want an end cut with extra bark on it, and then also tell them I want burnt ends.
Yeah.
So being the first actually almost ensures that.
Right. And then we also got a link of the jalapeno cheese sausage.
And that's crazy too, because when I came out, it looked like it was 2 links. There was so
I
much
know.
they had on it.
And
Awesome.
then when I was there, when they called our name when it was ready and I went up there to get it, he was like, I was like, oh, I forgot you do your own homemade queso with Hatch. They use Hatch peppers in their queso. And I was like, oh, and he's like, oh, you want some? And they're so nice. And I was like, yeah. And I said, it had like $1 if you wanted a 1 ounce container. I said, well, let me go get the $1. He goes, it's on us.
Oh,
And gave it to us. So that was what we had. And so we saved 2 of the strips of brisket for brunch today. And what did y'all order?
I was looking at Laura's comment.
Laura.
Thanks, Laura.
What'd she say?
She said,
No, that's me.
Yeah.
But thank you. That's awesome.
Really? And there was even a T-shirt as we're waiting for.
Oh,
our
yeah,
food,
that's-
there was a T-shirt up there with the word.
With
Because
the
they're
M
very
word.
proud of it. It's one of their homemade shit. Not homemade, but
it's
It's-
one of their swag shirts,
Yes.
and it has the big M word across it. And he was
every
like,
time we go in there, I think about ordering it and sending it to her as like a
Oh,
gift.
we saw it too. Pointed it out. So
and wouldn't that be awesome? And then she'd have to wear it.
I don't think so. It's either her, but probably got a cleaning rag or something like that, and washing the car or something.
Yeah, you'd wear it.
I would probably wear it because I'm not looking at it.
Ah,
Right. Or she would turn it
inside
around
I could do
so it's
that.
on her
Inside
back.
out.
And then, so what all did y'all get?
So we had burn-ins and the fatty brisket, sausage, the jalapeno cheddar, and pork
Oh,
ribs.
yeah, we also had pork ribs.
Because that's what we've always called it, the Holy Trinity of barbecue, Texas barbecue, is brisket, ribs, and sausage. And that's how you really rate a barbecue joint. You get one of each and sample it and make
Yeah.
sure. Because anytime I go to a brand new barbecue place, I make sure that's what I order.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you can judge them for sure.
Yeah, but that was good. What did y'all say was your favorite meat that you got?
The brisket.
The brisket.
Wow.
Renee, brisket.
I would say the ribs.
The ribs.
Yeah,
The
'cause you
ribs
said
were
you-
good.
Yeah.
What I liked is whatever they dry rub it with, really good.
Yeah,
You said you weren't really a big,
The
The
sausage.
sausage.
you weren't the blend. You didn't like
Yeah.
the blend on the
The
sausage.
texture.
Yeah.
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 Like it had like a filler in it.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Maybe.
It had like that. I like the meaty texture of like crotchets.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then this had like that,
It was like a grainy kind of
Yeah.
like they
Uh-huh.
made it like they you
like
know,
a soft, mealy kind of
yeah, like a
texture.
meal, like a cereal, but was most sausage processors do. They to
Oh.
make bigger
Oh.
batches. they'll
They
add-
put like
they'll add-
oats or something
yeah.
in it.
Mhm.
I thought
Oh.
maybe they just like
Over.
ground it too long, but that makes sense. That makes more sense. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because y'all, if you didn't know, I'm a throw him under the bus. He's an actual trained meat slicer,
Butcher.
butcher. Yeah, yeah. I guess it makes more sense. The actual title, right?
Yeah. But
But-
yeah, that was
Thanks for
good.
playing.
Because Heath was asking me like, well, how do you compare this to the brisket, like our brisket? And I was like, I liked the brisket that they made for me my birthday a couple of years ago. The coffee brisket.
rub one.
That's still my favorite brisket I've had.
Wow.
Really,
So
Wow. So I think Corkscrew's brisket's
Ah.
amazing.
I think they do a lot hands and tails above me. Yeah,
Oh, it's like melting.
I
in
bow
your
down
mouth.
to them. But thank you. That's
you should take them some of your coffee biscuit.
Okay.
wow. All right.
But yeah, that's what we had for lunch. And then dinner, we showed a little video. We ordered the Negro trombone,
No
Trompito.
trumpito.
Trumpito.
That
But
is-
basically, we showed they light it up, and then we ordered panella cheese.
Yes.
That was, and y'all really liked that, I
That was
think,
good.
right?
Yeah.
That panella cheese was good. And then we tried something new this time,
Yeah. it
the
was-
cauliflower.
yeah, I don't think they had that on the regular menu. I think it was on a seasonal. Because I've noticed
Yeah, it's on the very back.
It
That's
was?
like their appetizers on the
Okay.
back.
it was really good. I want to steal that. I'm gonna not steal, but
No,
Borrow
we're gonna
that recipe.
steal it. We're gonna steal it
I
from
like the
them.
idea. We're gonna try and replicate it.
It was really good. It was
It
like
was.
basically roasted cauliflower with like some seasonings, and it was like the cauliflower was almost red.
Yeah.
It
It was
seemed like it had maybe like a soy sauce or lemon
Ah.
something. to
Yeah,
it.
there was definitely something citrus to me.
Yeah.
It was really good. I liked it. I think y'all were like,
He's like, yeah, it's cauliflower.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've really come to love cauliflower now. I used to hate it.
Wow.
5 years keto, it's a go-to for me now. In fact, the other day I did a test run. I smoked a whole head.
Oh
We chopped it
yeah.
up and turned it into cheesy cauliflower. Put the easy melt on it.
It was really
It was
good.
really good.
It was really good. In fact, he also smoked a prime rib at the same time,
yeah.
and I much preferred the cheesy cauliflower. I was like, just give me that. Like I don't even want the
Wow.
prime rib because that was so.
Yeah, I know.
It was so freaking good.
Yeah.
That
We
cheesy
used to do,
cauliflower.
like when we did the cauliflower mash for Thanksgiving that one year.
Yeah.
And I roasted it first, but
Yes.
first and do
He
it.
smoked it first.
So then do
It was the whole thing.
a
The recipe said There's two ways you can do it. Either boil it first or microwave it over some water, and that's what I did. I just microwaved it for 8 minutes. And then took it in the pan, stuck it on the
smoker.
yeah, and it seasoned it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good.
And then y'all had the pumpkin bisque or the
their pumpkin lobster.
And that was cool too, because
Yes.
if you watch the video again, they bring it out in a pumpkin, scoop it out, and put it in your bowl.
Yeah.
That
The
was pretty
only
cool,
thing
the
is,
presentation.
I like my soups hot.
Yeah.
Like I like smoke coming
Yeah.
off
Like
of
when you
it.
almost burn yourself eating it.
And it wasn't.
It was lukewarm
Lukewarm.
would be making it too
I
hot.
guess they can't keep the pumpkin on the burner.
I guess that's
Right.
what it is, because
Right.
it was barely lukewarm. It was almost cold.
A+ presentation, but meh on the delivery.
Yeah. I should have said something because it was expensive. I wouldn't do it again, y'all.
Yeah. I don't know
Well-
if we're gonna do it either. Maybe do it from home with me. Because
Oh yeah, that's a lot to do from home. But it was really good.
Yeah.
I think if it just would have been hot,
Yeah.
it would have been much better.
But
Oh,
the
well.
last two times we went, we got the pork instead of the beef, and we both said that we really preferred it over the beef on the trumpito.
They only
They
had
don't have
pork. They only had pork trumpito.
I know, but we're saying we should have ordered that last night. Is what I'm saying.
Well, the one you
Oh,
had
the Al Pastor
Yeah.
versus the
The
Negro.
regular-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
well, it's a seasonal thing.
Yeah, it's a seasonal, and the price was the same, so it's worth trying.
Well,
It.
what they also had to really grab my eye, they had that same cooking technique and everything, but for a octopus.
Yeah, let us
I
know
was
if
really-
you would have ordered it, the octopus one.
I really wanted to. The only thing that stopped me, the
Price.
price tag, was $98
Oh, I didn't even
pre-tax.
look at that.
Yeah,
$98
just for that.
for the octopus, and it was on like a
skewer,
skewer,
the
and it
same
had
way.
like it looked like 2 or 3 octopus on it with the long
Yeah,
legs.
$98.
$98 for that.
And then if
Oh, we could have eaten bugs. That was on the menu.
Oh yeah,
didn't
they
see
had
that.
bugs on the
You
menu.
didn't see underneath the bugs, they had that one alcoholic drink that's $160.
What
Oh,
the
I
heck?
did see that
I didn't see that
because
one.
I pointed that out. I'm like, holy
Yeah.
cow! Like,
Oh my god, what
Yeah.
made the drink $160?
Some very like limited tequila.
Oh.
They make it in very small batches.
Oh my gosh.
like it's right there. There's the bugs. There's the 160. You can expand it and read it.
Because see, we've actually. eaten
Oh
bugs
wow.
before.
Okay. El Tequilino, silver tequila, fresh lime, orange, grapefruit, salt, chili powder, and squirt.
I think because when I've seen
So
that,
the silver tequila,
Uh-huh.
you're probably $150
well,
worth
no,
of that.
because on their videos
Uh-huh.
they have it where they make a big bowl of it. So I'm wondering if that's the big bowl of it.
Oh.
On their
Could
videos,
be-
there
it
was
could
like
be
4
like where
bottles
you-
of
yeah,
squirt
where you-
lined up, and then the alcohol.
Oh.
So it's like a
Yeah,
party
that
bowl
could
kind of
be-
and
thing?
they make
Yeah,
it
so
into
you
that,
bring
and
to
they
the
serve
table.
you glasses. So I'm wondering if
Oh.
it's on their
that.
website.
I saw
For
that, yeah.
oh, maybe it is like a punch bowl.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to share it with
Yeah.
several
For the
people.
group. Yeah.
But then below that is the bugs.
And they for the insects, if you wanted to try it, but I think he was trying to say they fry it, right?
Yeah.
All of the
They're-
insects.
I
yeah,
don't
but they're
know.
soaked. No, I think they're soaked in alcohol.
But they put them in a liquor.
Yeah,
He's like, you
liquor.
do it in a shot. I'm like, but
Oh.
you still like it was a whole scorpion.
Yeah, a
And he
large
pointed out to
scorpion.
us- I took pictures.
A large scorpion is $30. A small one is $6, and then they also had
Oaxaca.
gusano de magua.
Worm.
Oh, that's worm and grasshoppers.
Well, that's what's in tequila, right? That's what the good ones have the
Is that-
worm,
I
right?
mean, it's not like
Was
if
it
you do a
something
shot,
again?
like an
Moscato
oyster or
Mes-
raw. Or
Mezcal.
Yeah.
little-
Yeah.
that's
one of the
what it was.
worms.
And it's
you
one of
can
the
just
top shelf
swallow
ones
it.
too, right?
That scorpion, you would have. It's big enough. You can't just swallow.
well,
it.
for
It's gonna get caught.
$30, I would hope it's big.
Yeah, but I don't want to be crunching on that thing.
Oh,
And the
that's
little
true.
legs and the.
Where was it? We were actually in Mexico where we had the grasshoppers that time, remember?
I thought that was Jalisco.
Was it? Okay.
And
then
we
we
tried-
also
they
bought
put
a
it-
jar of, I
they-
used to have it, a jar of hot sauce with it on there too.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
had it in a sucker, like they have
Yeah.
the Java
Yeah.
suckers, but it's not a crunchy thing.
Right.
It's in a piece of candy. By the time you get to that,
Oh.
it's small. It's not. But that was.
That was huge, yeah. And I thought at first I was like,
I already
oh, is
saw
he
that
giving it
video.
as a sample
No, that's
for
why I was
tonight?
showing you. I was like,
And then
"What
you're
Shelly
like-
takes one?" I'm like, hey.
I know. I was like, well, I ain't gonna pay for any of
But
it.
then what's good thing you saw
I'm
the
not gonna
price,
pay for a bug.
right?
I can eat bugs for
She had
free.
gone to the bathroom and come back. When she came back, he had the bugs, and she was like, "Oh," and I'm like, showing her like, "Go take it. It's not complimentary."
You know me with free. I was like, well, if it's free, I'll try a bug.
Wow.
Sherry R is here. Hey,
Hey.
Sherry. She said, hi, everyone. And Brenda said, laugh aloud. Hokey pokey. Love that. Laura S said, you're not a mess. We all still have stuff to work on. Look at all you have changed. Yeah,
but some
and
of my
Laura
changes-
knows because she's been rewatching from the
Yeah.
beginning of this journey.
I know, but some of my changes haven't been for the best.
Oh?
Yeah. Like how I messed up yesterday when I didn't tell that customer about the channel. I'm just the prime opportunity.
Well, but
Hey,
sometimes
do you even know I have a channel? You know what I mean?
Well, but here's the thing, too. We don't really go out that often.
I'm out of practice.
Right. And you were all like, oh, I'm with my friends. And you
I know,
were
but
all
how many
in
times
that.
have I actually gone, like I was telling him, my favorite thing to do when I buy pork belly at HEB, first thing I do when I go to the store is I walk right over to the meat counter, find the piece I want, or the bunker,
Pork
whatever
belly.
it is. I grab it, carry it over to the butcher, have him cut it, then I go do my shopping. At least 2 or 3 times when I've done that, another customer has struck up a conversation with me, and I have pimped the channel.
But you're by yourself.
Oh.
I'm saying you were like, oh, where's Renee and Joe? Oh, where's my wife? Oh, where's this?
Right in
'Cause-
front of them.
right, but what did he do in the store?
That's what I'm saying.
He's walking all over
Yeah.
the place.
But also, you're going to be on more alert if you have that shirt on. People
Yeah.
may ask you, so be ready next time.
Right.
Exactly. And also Coda said, Heath, you're not lazy. You have a justified fear based on past experiences.
Thank you.
That's true.
I am my own worst critic.
Brenda F said, I haven't been to Five Below either. Well, see there. And what is it you always tell me? Be nice to my wife. Well, be nice to my husband. And she said, what is it? I guess I would describe Five Below as kind of like a
Well, we just talked about it on the car. We said it's like a bougie Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's almost like a Hot Topic Spencer's, not even Spencer's, but little kid toys.
Oh,
Yeah.
Stuff.
Lots of toys, some
old fashioned candy.
You said
Yeah.
some of those action figures you were looking for. You find it there. It's
yeah,
cheaper
some
than the name
action
brand store.
figures.
Stuff for the home, stuff for kids.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of
Everything is supposed to be $5 or less, but they also have a $5 Beyond section where then they'll have some seasonal stuff over there.
And they
that's
even
more
have
than
a
$5.
technology center too. I saw.
Yeah, where
They
you
have
get like
USBs and
charging cables, and so everything should be $5 and below. They'll have like dollar items and different things like that. So different like assortments, because they also had like bathroom type stuff,
Yeah.
like soaps and shampoos
They had
and
a lot
facial
of-
care.
Cookware stuff too. I saw dishes and
Yeah.
like they even we were even looking at some of the cast iron because I was actually
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
interested in a couple of
Because
them.
I actually had Lodge brand.
Yeah,
Oh,
Some stuff.
I didn't
It
see the
was
price on though,
$16.
but I was like,
but
I
that
already have
wasn't
all
that at Pop Shelf?
Those are pop shelf.
Oh my bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's same thing at Pop Shelf. It's
Yeah.
basically like that, but like the step above. So instead of everything being $5 or less, it's got everything's $5 and more. But yeah, it was fun to go to. And then Brenda S said, "What is sofrito?"
Oh, can we grab it?
It's over there by my
Do I want to get up
Chemex.
though? I don't want to get up.
It's like
Where
a.
is it?
It's not. It's an herbal blend, but
I
they're
don't know.
chunky or like sun-dried tomato,
On the
onion.
far right
I
counter.
think there's like
By the
some
Chemex.
Italian herbs in there, but I like it because the chunky, especially the sun-dried tomato in it.
Oh
And
yeah.
that when I mix it with goat cheese for poppers or put
Oh,
it in a dip
yeah.
and it softens
Yeah.
and those flavors come
There
out.
it is.
I really like it on my scrambled eggs.
So it's at Trader Joe's, and it's like all shaped, like little bits in here. But it's got. Okay, let me get my eyes adjusted here. Dried minced onion, tomato flakes, sea salt,
Take a picture
Minced
of it with
garlic.
your phone and blow it up.
crushed chili peppers,
Which it's not spicy at all.
I don't think so.
No,
Parsley
It's
flakes,
a really good
crushed
flavor.
red pepper, dried rosemary, and sage leaves.
And it's even called Italian sofrito, right?
Yeah, Italian style sofrito seasoning
And
blend.
we have used it on
But again,
pizza,
it's
and-
nice because of the chunks.
Yes.
So you like it's a great for finishing.
Yeah,
Like putting. You said your favorite way is on eggs.
not mine.
No, I like making it in the poppers. With the,
Putting
goat
on
cheese.
top of the poppers.
So, like I mix it in the goat cheese and I let it sit so those
Kind of
can
marinate.
kind of rehydrate and blend into it.
Yeah.
So you like use it for dips also.
I put it
Yeah.
in some dips like sour cream and let it like if you were using
Rehydrate.
dehydrated stuff or people
Yeah.
use soup mix to make the dips.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
almost like
yeah.
a soup mix in a jar.
Yeah.
Right. It's really good, y'all. So yeah, if you have a Trader Joe's, now's the time to go get it.
Yeah. They're
And they're
in
only like $3 something,
They're $3. I think.
$3.39 or something.
Something like
cheap.
that.
Like
yeah,
it's a
less than
big
$4
jar.
a jar.
Yeah, it says 2.7 ounces.
And we go through it pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it is that good.
I only bought 3 jars.
Only.
Rickwood's here. Hey,
Hey.
Joe. She said, Happy Sunday, all. What's up? And then Brenda said, making butter ranch.
Oh.
Oh,
That sounds interesting.
that does. You'll have to share in the group. And Tweet Q Cat said, hey, Shelly, how are the kids all getting along? How are they? I
What?
think the dogs
They're
have.
doing good.
Yeah, they haven't had any scuffles, right?
No, but I had bad mom moment because y'all know I usually bring all the things because Jolly won't walk on the floor, and I forgot. Like this trip, I was so disorganized. I forgot all the throw rugs and runners that I usually bring to put through their house. I forgot their water bowl. What else did I forget? I forgot my liquid stevia. I forgot.
Well, because you know I always have it, so you can use mine.
Yeah, but I still always
You
I have a
get
little
your
lunchbox
travel.
Yeah.
thing that I put my coffee stuff, my
Yeah.
pills, Jolly's pills, all it's a little lunchbox thing like you have your purse. And it
Yeah.
wasn't in there. There was something else I forgot, and I'm like, so yeah.
Well, what we're going to need to do is visit a couple of yard sales or a dollar store or something like that.
Oh, and just find some rugs and put
keep them
in
on
there.
stat on keep them.
Yeah, that's a good
Then you don't
idea.
have to travel with them.
Yeah, and then we'll just put them in that room closet
Yeah.
because that's a catch-all anyways.
I can buy some, and then when I bring them up here, I'll just leave them here. They'll
Oh,
be
that's
ones
good.
that stay here.
One of us needs to do it. All I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, but why buy something brand new? Just find them used.
Or I have a bunch because when I had that house in Rockport, I bought new stuff because I didn't want it. So I just washed all the old stuff.
Okay.
And it's-
Yeah,
I got new stuff for in the house.
yeah.
I have a box full of rugs and runners.
But so were the dogs have been getting along with each other. I mean, they
Where
go
they at right
outside.
now?
Stuck in there on their beds because mom didn't bring the rugs.
Oh.
He was doing fine earlier. You were
Yeah.
like getting ready, and I took all the dogs out.
I still love. She says I broke her dog because he used to never get on the couch, but he gets on her couch all the time now, and he gets on this one several times since he's been here.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw him get up
Jolly?
on- Yeah.
Got on the couch.
Yeah.
Savara maybe because
Oh, okay, my
Jolly can't hop. I have
Oh.
to help him.
Oh, okay.
Which
Then.
he'll before even if I helped him, he would get up there and be like, nope, nope, and he would get down. Now if I help him, he'll turn around. Oh, if there are blankets on there, he'll turn around and he'll sleep
I'm
up
still-
there at night.
You know, I still get him confused. So.
Devara's the shorter one.
Okay.
And so I'll come down and Devara will be on the couch like what?
Chilling.
I belong here now.
I just know one of your dogs was on the couch. That's,
Oh, with Devara.
that's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't bother me. I just think it's cool, actually.
She jumps up there now because I have a leather couch too, and I think for a while they just thought this was awkward, especially
Uh-huh.
Jolly floors. But now he's like, oh, okay, they did it. Now
Right.
it's okay after how many years?
I know. He said, "Well, I saw those other dogs do it."
Because I got Jolly in 2019 in June,
Mhm.
and so since then to this summer ish when y'all
Yeah,
came,
it's about 5 years.
Yeah.
Well-
working.
So, see, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Obviously, you can.
I mean, they're still coming out with stuff that I've never seen, like Jolly talking sometimes and his
Oh,
communication, or Devara getting on the couch, or
Mhm.
her talking more. So, yeah.
well, they did good. And he, like, when he saw the other dogs were going outside, at first he was real hesitant. He was staying on us, and I was like, "Come on, come on!" And finally, he was like, All right, the other dogs did it, so it must be safe.
Right.
But then he got into the kitchen and got on the rug over here, and he was stuck. And then Heath was like, "Come on, you can do it, you can do it." And then finally he walked.
I just walked over next to him and I kind of just patted him a little bit. He ran over.
Because with Parkinson's patients, they have what they call freezing,
Oh.
and it's usually a freeze happens like a doorway, surface change, or we just get that we start to take some steps and we just get stuck. And so with Parkinson's, a touch or eye contact helps break that freeze, and that's why I joke about Jolly having Parkinson's, which
good.
He's lupus, but he's just like that, needs a little touch. And okay, 1, 2, 3. There's several little cues they know.
So I'm always doing 1, 2, 3. I even do it with my dogs now. I've never done that before, and I'll be like, "Come on, 1, 2, 3, let's go."
Because like in our bedroom, right beside on her side of the bed is the 2 dog beds for Delilah and Samson. Delilah's is the farthest away, so Samson has to go by her bed to get to his, and sometimes I have to escort him over there because he just feels a little skittish around her still.
Well, because sometimes Delilah will,
Growl.
if he's trying to, she'll kind of lunge towards him. I think she just does it on purpose to assert her dominance over him.
First.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
My house.
Mine.
My Shelly.
Yeah.
Right. Remember, I only let you stay here, right?
Dog sitter.
Right. But otherwise, yeah, they've been doing great, I think. I hope.
Well, they're still in the bedroom right now, right?
I thought the dogs were
out. There's a chair in the way, so I can't see if he's laying on the couch or not.
Oh.
My 2 on their bed.
All right. And I don't hear him. We're up and running around. Because usually sometimes he'll at least sit up or climb up on the arm of the couch or whatever.
Yeah, I thought they were in here. And Brenda F said, "Oh no, yikes." And then Laura S said, And a Nanu Pat. Hey, it's been a while. How are you doing? She said, "Hi, guys. It's been a while since I have been able to stop by. My world has been crazy busy."
Well, hopefully only good stuff.
Yeah, and hopefully it's getting better now and you can take a breather, right? And Brenda F said, "I've never been a fan of cauliflower. Maybe just not had it cooked properly."
That was me in the past.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of vegetables, that's the case. Like Brussels sprouts. I think most of us could agree. When we were kids, Brussels sprouts was evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who would want to eat that? And it all was the preparation. Because they used to always want to boil Brussels sprouts.
Or my mom would buy the canned ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
And boil them.
Well, like used to, he did not like cabbage except if it was like coleslaw.
I liked it in coleslaw and I liked it in egg rolls.
Yeah.
But if you just,
crunch, not the soggy.
Right.
Right.
But if you just gave it to me, or sometimes some restaurants would sneak it in a salad.
Yeah, and he didn't like it that way.
Yeah, that would always bother me. But
a coleslaw, he's okay with.
And see now, like I've done broccoli, more cauliflower, and more meat heavy once in a while salads.
Yeah.
But if I go like, "Hey, that sounds really good," to me, cauliflower mash or something, then my stomach starts hurting.
Really?
I'm not accustomed to it as much anymore. So it's more like a holiday dish for me.
Yeah.
So,
but y'all talking about the canned the canned veg. The only one I've ever liked canned was the green beans.
Yeah.
But I even like them better.
Frozen.
No, I like them fresh when she made them. It's the first time I've ever had them that way. Yeah. Only other time I'm growing up and all that, I've only ever, at least I know like with the family and stuff cooking, I know my parents, they're only canned. I've never seen my grandma.
We do canned a lot, but my mom used to grow green beans, all that stuff, tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think it also, when it's a fan, like of a particular vegetable, it's really determining, is it the texture or the flavor? Because I feel like with cauliflower, it's kind of like tofu, where it'll take on whatever flavors you put in it. So like when he smoked it, part of smoking it, and it's kind of the same way you do your prime rib, you almost want to over spice it because it's just the outside that is getting all of that seasoning. So you really have to, like, you think, oh, that's a lot. No, do more, keep going. And so when he smoked the cauliflower, like the whole thing was covered. Like you couldn't even tell it was cauliflower anymore because it was no longer white. You want to make sure when you season it, you didn't see any white.
Because then also you season it with the seasons, but then you also pour olive oil or
I thought you did that first, and
I did
then
both.
the seasoning stuck to
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
olive oil.
But not olive oil. Yeah, olive oil. Or you use either olive oil or avocado oil.
Yeah.
Pour over. You're right. I did it backwards. She's right. I said it backwards. You pour all that first, so then the seasoning connects to it.
Yeah.
Well, I think one of the first videos y'all made many moons ago, you did cauliflower steaks, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that was
cauliflower
good too.
steaks is good too.
That was good, and we just did those in the oven, broiler.
That was like, I don't know how many years ago.
Yeah.
When we first started, but yeah, that cauliflower steaks is good too. So you just
We
kind of
haven't done that in a
slice
while.
it the whole head like you would a piece of steak, and then you season that well. Like again, we have that video, and then top it, of course, with cheese and everything. That's really good that
was
way.
really good as a side
I
dish.
had somebody do like, I went to a barbecue years ago and she made like romaine halves on the grill.
Oh, yeah, I've done that
Yeah.
before
Those
too.
grill marks, and
Yeah.
then don't get it hot, but
Yeah.
get it
Just
and
sear it.
that was good.
Quick sear, or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds
too.
good. Laura said you lost me at $98. I'm
Right?
saying,
That's what I'm saying. To me, I call that the discouraging fee.
yeah,
It
and
tells
then
me you don't want me to order it.
22Q Cat said $98 for octopus. I know, I was shocked when I saw it.
I love
And it
octopus
could have
though.
been huge because that skewer was like this tall.
Right.
Yeah,
So it
but when
could've
I
been a-
saw the picture, it looked like they do like half an onion, an octopus, half an onion, an octopus, and I think one more. So it was like 3 octopus, and the legs were like
Long.
all as long as that.
Yeah.
But y'all y'all
They
aren't
weren't interested
fans.
in it anyways.
And that was my main entree. Like
Yeah.
I would have tried it.
Yeah.
But I didn't see the price.
Right.
Even if I had, because I assumed it was like the 59 for the other one.
Yeah.
No.
But I had my birthday meal that was
Yeah.
I had other flavors in my head.
Yeah,
not
that's fine.
octopus.
Yeah,
That's fine.
and that's
But-
fine. And then
If
once
they'd
we
let us
saw
sample
it,
I would have.
yeah,
Yeah.
but not $98.
Even if it was only $50, I still don't think it would have been a good value because she only wanted a bite or two.
Yeah.
If we were going to eat the whole thing as a meal, that'd be different. Because every time we order that dish, the one we do get, it's usually just the two of us, and we end up getting 2 or 3 more meals off of it.
Yeah.
Like the one we ordered last night, we already plan on having the leftovers for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
In fact, I gotta go put that in the Hot Logic.
Brenda S said, no, only want my calamari fried. Yeah, fried calamari is
Well,
good.
this was torched, though. It's flambéed.
Flambéed, right?
It just the whole presentation was cool too.
Brenda F said, like I said, not sharing the channel, too much excitement.
Right.
Right. It really was.
User fair enough.
Brenda F said, I meant sofrito. What's that? And I think we've answered it right now. Right, Brenda? Let me know. Keto Simples here said, hello, everyone. I'm just getting to Walmart. I feel like I'm always shopping and running errands. That's what it feels like,
It's called
Dustin.
adulting.
Rickwood said, I'm up in the mountains this week. Got fridge cleaned out, defrosting the freezer to get out the solid ice block at the bottom so I could clean it out. Hurts as full of meat to go to the dumpster.
Oh, no.
From the hurricane. Remember?
no.
So just getting back to the other house.
Yeah, it was everything, but damage-wise, I know it hurts to throw out that meat, but damage-wise, you're okay. And we're just going to do this just a couple more minutes. So at an hour, we're going to end it. So if you have any other questions for our guest or us, please let us know now. 22Q Cat said they keep the legs all attached on octopus when
Yes.
you order it.
Yes.
I've never had it, but I don't think I could do all the legs. There's way too many of them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you're basically eating.
A lot of times when you get fresh shrimp, like the one place we went to the other day, the K-pot or whatever, it was tail on, head on, leg on.
Yeah,
It was a
but
whole
you don't
animal.
eat the legs.
Right.
But
That's
you
true.
do on the octopus. That's the main part you're eating.
Yeah. But also when we order leg of lamb, that's the leg.
Yeah,
when you're eating
that's true.
drumsticks, that's the leg.
Yeah.
That's how I rationalize it in my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is that you don't like that either? Like the idea of the octopus?
I mean, it doesn't bother me.
You don't like it?
Oh no.
Is it though the whole texture or the idea of it?
I think it's just the idea of it.
Because I think, I mean, you eat it, you're not going to pull a leg off and eat it. Like, you're going to slice
You
in
know, it's
little
not
pieces like a
turkey,
scallop.
right? You know?
Right.
Like,
Right.
To me, when it's done correctly, it's going to have probably a cool texture and good flavor, like they're doing it.
Yeah.
But to me, it's almost the texture of a scallop when on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say,
You like scallops?
I do.
I would say like a scallop or a lobster, kind of in
Yeah,
between
It's
the
a
two.
different kind of meat. It's not a tough like.
No, it shouldn't be tough. If it's tough or rubbery,
If
that
it's
means they
overcooked.
cooked it wrong. Yeah, it should be very tender and yeah.
Because there's a place in Rockport that they do calamari instead of the rings, though they do sticks.
Oh,
And I like theirs.
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I've had it. You know where I usually get it where it's cooked perfectly?
An Italian joint.
Italian restaurants. I've gotten it other places and it'll still be kind of rubbery. And yeah, when it's rubbery, I can't do it. But if it's like what at an Italian where it's just so freaking tender, like butter, like a good lobster should be.
Yeah.
It's really good. All right. Well, thank you both for visiting us,
Yes.
Renee and Joe. It's been fun having y'all
I'm
here.
reading Joe's.
Sorry y'all have to leave.
Joe Rickwin's comment.
Oh, okay. Sweet Tiki Cat said, glad y'all had a great visit. Safe travels back home, Renee and Joe. Right, because they're
Joe and Joe.
it's looks like a lot of rain today.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
gonna
But I
suck.
think when I looked yesterday, it's not raining home.
Oh.
Oh,
We
You're
might
gonna hit it
go
on the
through
way home, but not when you
Yeah,
get
good
home.
spots.
It'd be all right.
yeah. But it just sucks when you have
But
to
then-
drive through that.
How long is it from her house to yours? I don't remember.
An hour.
An hour. Okay.
Rickwood said, damage wise, okay. Oh, that's good. I had just had a new roof on the house, so no rain damage. Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
But the house down the road from me were flooded out.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
looking at the height of the flood from the trees, it had to be 20 feet.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Well, Rickman, I am so glad
Yes.
yours was protected and you didn't have any rain damage. I mean, I know it hurts to throw out meat. Believe me, I know. And a lot of us have been there, but you know, you did the steps like getting a new roof. It's like at the time, you know, you think back and you're like, oh man, I got to pay for, you know, this new roof or this to be put in. And you hate sometimes shelling that out. And then something like that happens. And it's like, well, here, that roof paid for itself in the fact that now you didn't have any rain damage because you did that. So it kind of makes you feel like, well, that was a good adulting choice.
Yeah, because I'm kind of leery because we did last storm hit us. We lost a whole turkey, and then we still have a brisket and a whole chicken in there. I'm kind of wondering how it's going to do.
He
when I
was
thaw.
thinking about, you know, making the brisket. And I said, I don't want it because if it is bad, I don't want them to be sick. Like if it's us getting sick over it,
Right.
I'm okay with that because we get, you know,
We're at home. We don't have to
Right.
travel sick. That's even worse.
Right. But I was like, I don't want
Thanks
to
for
do
that.
that. Huh?
Thanks for that. Thanks for sharing us the chance.
I
Let's
know.
take them to the professionals.
I know.
I mean, I feel like I have a pretty solid gut. I'm pretty
Yeah, but why take? why
Joe's
tackle?
like, well,
I know.
speak for yourself.
fragile over here.
But why take a risk?
Right. And that's what I told him. I
I
was
don't know if I
like,
survived the home game.
I was like, we're not
I was
going
a
to
little
do
worried
that.
when y'all talked about the fear factor thing, but
Really?
yeah.
I feel like we let you down on that, honestly.
Well, there were no bugs involved, so that I know of.
Right. That
That's
was
why I
for
did label it
Saturday
trick or treat.
night. Next time I know to get the scorpions for you. Brenda said, great to meet Joe and seeing Renee. Aw. I know. We're so glad we got to meet Joe.
Yes.
Rickwood said, safe travels and great work week. Yes, thank you. And thank you all so much for tuning in today. We so appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging with us this whole weekend. And I hope you enjoyed it. And, oh, it's November. So,
All right.
wow.
That's
Well,
the next thing we got to start working on is planning on what we're cooking the next couple times.
yeah.
We already have it set up for our next cook along. We've already done the video on that. We have to finish editing it
Yeah.
and get it all sent out. And then
Yeah.
we also have to plan out what we're making the next couple of Friday nights.
Yeah. So, yeah, channel members, you know, let us know. Email us if there is a date
It
that
doesn't work for you.
that you're like, oh, like especially if you haven't been to one recently, let us know what would be a good Saturday for you this month, and so we could try to coordinate with everybody.
Well, didn't y'all? Because y'all did what? Seafood September.
Uh-huh.
Did y'all do a themed November?
No.
Or are we doing Thanksgiving themed dishes?
I mean, this would be good for a party,
Yeah,
and whether
it's a
it's
party
Thanksgiving or
I just didn't know if y'all had a
Christmas.
theme for November.
No.
It's not necessarily a theme, but I would say it is a
Last year,
party. Like it would be great if you're hosting a party or a potluck, or like at a lot of businesses at work, you bring a dish, and this would be a great one.
Even your Friday nights, no theme for November.
No.
Well, the last couple of years I was doing no carb November.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm past that now.
No shave November.
Right. No. Again, being lazy.
All right. Well, thank y'all again so much, and we'll talk to you again on Friday for the Friday night feast.
Thank